Would you follow? Huh? Take this boy outside and kill him 3 times and blow the building.
Scotty, help me! I'm gonna die!
Let's go!
So there's this movie from 1991. It's called New Jack City. It's, to me, one of the black household cult classics when it comes to gangster films. It has several standout actors like Ice-T, Mario Van Peebles, who directed this joint, Wesley motherfucking Snipes, and Chris Rock. Now, the movie is about the rise and fall of the New York drug cartel CMB and the drug lord we all know as Nino Brown. Now, Nino was especially despicable. He sold crack to black neighborhoods, extorted landlords to build his empire, and he even used a child as a literal shield in a hail of gunfire. But we ain't here to talk about him. We're here to talk about Chris Rock's character, Pookie. Pookie was a drug addict who would do anything for a high, even try to rob a drug dealer. And that drug dealer was Ice-T. Except when he tried to rob Ice-T, he wasn't robbing a drug dealer. He was robbing an undercover cop. Oops, nigga. But after arresting him, Pookie gets out, and he starts to realize how bad his life is, how down bad he is, to the point that he crosses paths with Ice-T again, and he tells Ice-T, man, he doesn't like being an addict. He wants to get clean, but unfortunately, it just keeps calling out to him. Now, Ice-T hearing this and trying to make a dent in this crime industry that's affecting black community, Ice-T takes pity on him. And he takes Pookie to rehab because it is his mission to try and save the city and its inhabitants. And not only does Ice-T take him to rehab, he watches over him. He even helps him work out, try to get him in shape, try to keep him busy, because Pookie wants to get better, and eventually Pookie does. Pookie completes rehab, and he actually kicks the habit. Pookie gets reformed. Now, soon after, Pookie tells Ice-T that he wants to repay him in any way that he can, and he comes up with the brilliant idea that he can help Ice-T and the police by helping taking Nino down from the inside. Because as a former addict, of course he knows the inside of the Carter. He knows the drug fortress inside and out, because the Carter wasn't just a place to buy drugs. The Carter is where you go to buy and do the drugs, all in one place with the safety of the security guards, who are very much armed. So Pookie tosses this idea out, and against his better judgment, Ice-T agrees. And this is where I draw the line. I understand that Pookie wanted to repay him for helping save his life, but there are other ways he could have done that. Just by being an example, just by staying clean. Yes, there is a war going on, but Pookie did not need to get involved because he was fresh out of rehab. Going right back in to try and make a change just didn't work out for him. So let's talk about what happened. Pookie decided that he's going to get a job in the facility. So he approaches G Money, who is Nino Brown's right-hand man and partner, and he manages to get a job. He lets him know that he's clean, so G Money agrees to give him a job. So while he's in there, Pookie is basically a bagger. Now, ask your mama what that means if you don't know. Pookie starts to get great intel. He's wearing a wire. He's showing the transactions. He's showing where everything is. He knows the layout. He's showing the layout on camera that he's wearing every day that he goes to work. But it's something that I want to remind you guys of. Pookie is a recovering drug addict, and he is around it 24/7 in this building. So unfortunately, just like he said before, it starts to call his name. We then see Pookie steal some product, and honestly, in one of the most heartbreaking moments that I've ever seen in film, Pookie goes to the bathroom and he relapses. Not long after that, Pookie returns to work. But when he does, he's not acting normal. He's being a little odd. He's cracking jokes, he's jumping around, he's making a scene. And unfortunately, when you make a scene in a drug house, you tend to get noticed. G-Money, who noticed him, walks up to Pookie because he knows what this is. He knows what this looks like. He knows that Pookie is high. And how did you get high? By breaking rule number 1, which is don't get high on your own supply. especially if that owned supply doesn't belong to you. So he starts to punch Pookie and beat him up. But when he punches Pookie, he notices something strange. That this punch didn't feel right. It felt like something was on him. So he starts to strip Pookie, removing his shirt. And that's when he notices the wire. He takes the belt off. He notices it's a camera. And it's over for Pookie. G-Money tells them, take Pookie out back and kill him and burn down everything. The police scramble to get the Pookie to try to save his life. And when they get to the Carter, it's already in flames. They're searching for Pookie. They're looking high and low, up and down, but it's just flames. But then they do manage to find Pookie. And Pookie is strapped to a chair with a bomb attached. But Pookie is sitting in a way that he is sitting in one direction, but his head is facing the opposite direction. And that moment solidified for me that, man, this was honestly one of the saddest moments, because this could have been completely avoidable. You know, Pookie could have very much lived his life and may have not even returned to drugs, but because he wanted to help so much, it cost him the very life that they managed to save before. Anyway, tell me what you think. Did you agree with letting the police work with Pookie? Let me know.